Well, the other thing that's smacking us in the face is freaking the election. It's coming up. And boy, oh boy, the foozery has started. If you haven't been up to date on the shenanigans that's going on, let me just bring you up to speed a little bit. And it's very easy. Whatever you saw in 2020 is happening again, Patriots. It is happening again. They're already sending out ballots to multiple people. There's people getting 6 ballots. Why? Why? And here's the problem. You might go, well, they're not going to accept all those. They did in 2020. Nobody looked under the hood. We don't know what happened in 2020. I always say it. We don't have a clue. Well, they sat there and ran an audit. No, they didn't. They just recounted. That would be like Jeff, because he's an accountant, going auditing a company and then just sitting there going through the books, looking at all the errors, and just recounting his same errors over again, and nothing changes. They didn't do any sort of forensic audit. They didn't look under the hood. They just sat there and recounted all the dumb mistakes they made prior. They didn't check signatures. They didn't make sure that people actually lived at the properties in which they were voting for. They didn't even see if the property existed anymore. They didn't care at all. They just looked and saw some buffoon sat there and circled Joe Biden and asked no questions about it. They're doing it again. On top of that, we know for a fact Nevada, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Arizona, all these states, the swing states specifically, are not sitting there and cleaning up their voter registration rolls. All those lawsuits the GOP did, it's not doing anything. They're not willing to do it. So you're going to have illegal immigrants vote again. You're going to have dead people vote again. It's going to happen. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go, well, screw it then. I'm just not even going to show up. No. That's not what I'm saying. Make it a day. Can we make an election day? Like, go get food, get some pizza. Can we tailgate this shit? You know, now I cuss. Now I'm done on YouTube. Can we tailgate this? You know, get the rotisserie out, boys. You know, fire up the grill. You know what I mean? Like we do with football games. Get out there with the Trump flags wavering. You vote, you get a free hot dog. They're cheap, right? Maybe not so much anymore under Kamala Harris's administration and Joe Biden's. Freaking expensive. But you know what I mean. And that brings me into this. You got Pennsylvania voters reveal top election issues as 2024 voting begins. Now, why is Pennsylvania so important? Because they're a swing state. And a survey taken just a little while, about a month ago, 800 registered voters. By the way, you tend to want to see 1,000 in statistics, so it's a little bit short from what we would like to see. Found that inflation, cost of living, immigration, and general economic concerns were the top issues in Pennsylvania. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Yes, sir. Hold on. If that's your issue, everybody breathe. Everybody breathe. A lot of energy. If this is what's going on, and these are your top issues, why are you voting Democrat? Right? Inflation, cost of living, immigration, and general economic concerns. All of those were caused in a negative way by Democrats. It's like, again, the clip from Liar Liar with Jim Carrey's always on point lately, where he walks in the bathroom and he just starts beating himself up. And the guy walks in and catches him. He's like, what are you doing? And Jim Carrey's going, I'm kicking my own, you know what? 71% said they were worried about the ability to pay their own energy needs. So do you think it's helpful, Democrats? I'm not speaking of pay. All of us in the chat know this, right? We watch the show every day. We're all in tune, but there's people roaming this earth that are not. If you're having trouble paying your bills, do you think inflation was the cause of that? And if so, remember, Joe Biden, 9.1%. A lot of people didn't see it in their lifetime like myself. I'm only 35. It was a 40 to 41 year high. Nobody had seen it in 40 years, 4 decades. Immigration, again, there's never been a single person that's lived in this country in the human existence since the inception of this country that's ever seen immigration to this level. You are witnessing unprecedented times. There's never been anything like it. Never been this many people. I don't think any country's ever seen this in the inception of the country. And there's countries that are 1,000 years old. So if you're being reamed, why would you sit there and go, do you think Donald Trump's really that bad? If he's so bad, then why did you flourish under him most likely? Or do better? You were better off 4 years ago than you are today. I understand COVID happened. Well, I'm struggling paying my bills. I'm struggling paying for electricity and other energy across the board. It's ruining. I can't save for nothing. My children aren't eating. And it's all because of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, but let me go vote for Kamala Harris again. Jesus, man. Is there like I don't know. There's something going on. There's like a lack of. I'm not saying Donald Trump's going to solve all of your issues. That's not what I'm saying. But he's going to open things up for you to be able to actually flourish a little bit more. That's what we hope, at least. Oh, boy. Well, if you're having a good time, hit that like button. You know, it's funny that I say that. I actually forgot to hit the like button myself, so I make sure I just click that right now over at Rumble and YouTube.